All right, that's enough of that.
Well, I was doing my job. Sorry.
Oh my
Started,
god.
dude, you started right in the middle while I was eating Chinese food. I thought I had more time. I even told the girlfriend. I was like, I shouldn't have had you warm this up for me. I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time, and I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'll test the gambit. So as soon as I text you, the microwave went off, and I was like, well,
Well,
I got time.
here we are.
Oh, what are you doing instead of watching the all famous Super Bowl that's going on right now with the same team that's been in this fucking thing for the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Right. At this point, nobody watches the Super Bowl anymore to watch the Super Bowl. They don't care about the teams. The only reason they're watching is because they want to see the halftime show or they want to watch the commercials. Nobody cares if the Patriots win another one. Nobody cares if the other team wins one. It's a bunch of rich men catching a ball. At this point, nobody gives a flying shit about who plays in the Super Bowl. I pay more attention to college sports than I do the actual NFL. Like, I could name you 4 teams right off the rip that I pay attention to. I can name 2 teams from the NFL that I had to sit and think about when I watch, and that's the Lions. So I'm in a constant state of disappointment the entire NFL season, and then the Green Bay Packers, and that's because the girlfriend watches it. All right, I think we're good. Had to get that out of my system.
I was gonna say, you feel better?
Oh, did that with a half mouth of chicken, my guy. If you don't think I'm an entertainer now, well, son of a bitch, I just showed my true reigns right there.
Yeah. It is Super Bowl
One of us
Sunday.
has to talk. The other one is doing fucking damage control in the background.
Yeah, I'm arranging things here. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Neither one of us gives a flying fuck. Honestly, like you said, it's just a bunch of dudes throwing a ball around. None of that really tickles my fancy or makes me want to, tune the fuck in.
The only thing I care about is if I got money on squares. That's the only time I really care. Like, if I got no money on squares, then what am I even watching the Super Bowl for? Because I can watch all the commercials that made an impact on Facebook or X or TikTok, whatever social media I'm using. People will post the commercials the next day.
Yeah, like we're not gonna watch them. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, because I just seen there's a new Minions movie coming out. Am I excited about that? A little bit, maybe. It's happening, so I'm gonna watch it.
For now, we're talking about Fallout, and Fallout is a big universe, and the season 2 of the show just wrapped up, and I really liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. I know there's a lot of people bitching about it, and I'll tell you what, like it's one of those things where it's like you're bitching about the wrong fucking thing. You know what I mean?
There we go. Had to switch up the camera. Honestly, like, out of all the TV shows we could complain about, why Fallout? Like, I feel like that was such a good adaptation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it could have been worse. And I'm just saying, out of all the video game adaptations that we've had, i.e. Borderlands, Halo,
Borderlands was
Postal. No, I can't say that. Postal was a good one. Even I don't like the you don't like the director, but I thought the Postal movie was just as good as the Postal games. So that's just me. Turok, I remember Turok got a movie as well.
I don't think it did. I don't think it did.
Yeah. Turok got a movie. Yeah.
No way.
I swear to God, but I think it was made by Uwe Boll. I think so.
No movie.
No movie? Oh.
No movie.
There was a movie that came out that was supposed to be based off the Turok games. Okay, then if that's not it, then it came out in the last decade. It had Kylo Ren, the guy who played Kylo Ren. It had him as the main guy.
Are you talking about the dinosaur movie?
Yes, that was supposed to be based off Turok.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like 2066 or whatever. It was a number.
Yeah, that was supposed to be based off of Turok. So, like, we have video game adaptations out there, but they could be so much worse. And the only people I think, the only people I ever see bitch, piss, and moan about Fallout show.
65, that was it.
That's what it was. The only people I ever see bitch about the Fallout show are the ones that have like Fallout New Vegas embroidered in their fucking veins and arteries. Like if it even deviates from the original how the game is supposed to be just a smidgen of a bit, they lose their shit. I mean, they go absolutely bonkers. So Brandon makes a good point in the chat. The Sonic movies were good. The Mario movie was good.
Mario movie was fantastic. The Sonic movie, I like the Sonic movies, but every time I watch Sonic, I feel guilty because Christine Weston Chandler, Jesus Christ, Sonic Chew Prime is still out there making weird money off of Sonic.
I love me some Chris Chan, so I think, anytime I see Sonic, I just think of Sonic Chew.
Yeah, it's very hard to separate them. And
it's just a Sonic Chew situation. Oh shit. I don't know. I think we could get a lot worse. We could have gotten a lot worse with that. They could have included the vaults. They couldn't have included FEV. I mean, Jesus Christ, when I seen a rad scorpion for the first time in the show, I almost shit myself.
The rad scorpion was fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
That was terrifying.
That was fucking terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Like everything that happened in that one scene was just like,
I know. I was standing next to my girlfriend and I like gripped her. I did like the Great Khali shoulder grip on her because I was just like, I hate this. I hate scorpions and I hate that they're human. They're bigger than human size now.
It's going to be a slow burn kind of. I don't know. With the way that this season wrapped up, we might have to jump forward a lot because there's some things happening in the season finale that kind of accelerate past what we have in the games, and I'm all for it, but I'm conflicted.
Yeah, Brandon in the YouTube chat said, people forget how scary 3 and New Vegas monsters are. They are terrifying. And I know a lot of people say that, I can't remember his name exactly. He's the ghoul that's not really a ghoul that has the thing growing on the side of his neck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name exactly, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. People are saying he's going to turn into a centaur. And if that's the case, I'm done watching the show. I am not watching season 3. If he's going to turn into a centaur, I'm not watching it. Why? Because those things are... Centaur. I know he's not going to turn into a centaur. They're setting up for something different. I know. But like those things are nightmare fuel. Okay. And if I have to see that in real time, fuck and that.
Well, you got to remember fucking centaurs were born because scientists dumped human body parts and animal body parts into the same vat with a forced evolutionary virus. And that's how the centaurs were born. He's going to turn into a new form of mutant. Okay. And it's going to be gross because ew. Just
be prepared for the Reddit nerds to get a hold of that one. That's not canon, dead man. That's not a canon monster. That's something they made for the show. Okay, and
well, here's the thing. The show's canon.
Todd Howard blue balls us all the time. What do you mean the show? At least we'll get something new. I mean, everybody. Oh, I'm telling you, there are no more starving, rabid, animal-like fans than Bethesda fans. And you can tell me that Bethesda, we're not Bethesda fan. We're Fallout fan. No, you're Bethesda fans, okay? Because anytime Bethesda does something, you're right there. Anytime they have a direct, you're right there in the chat. Typing L stream. You're still a Bethesda fan, okay? They're the most starved people because for those of you that didn't know, there was a countdown during the Fallout Season 2, and it counted down to the last episode, and people were like, they're shadow dropping. Just like they did with Oblivion Remaster. They're going to shadow drop the 3 in the New Vegas Remaster, and we're all going to stand in a circle and sing Indian chants until we get this. Come to find out, and I've never seen a bigger fuck you, so that's funny, Todd Howard, that you did that, because there was a fuck you, but then there was...
Well, I mean, fuck Todd Howard, first and foremost.
Todd Howard can eat a dick. That's fine. But there has never been a bigger fuck you than at the end where you could capitalize on the games with releasing DLC content for 76 that was Fallout New Vegas, i.e. the weapons, some characters, some clothes. Never has there been a bigger fuck you than the end of the countdown happening. And it's a 3D tour of the casino. That's all it was, folks. A countdown. A countdown to visit the casino that you could visit in game.
I don't think Fallout 3 and New Vegas need remakes. The only thing that is dated is no running. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind New Vegas having a remake. I wouldn't mind 3 having a remake, but I'm gonna mod the shit out of 3. I'm modding the fuck out of it. 3 was one of the ones that made me step the fuck away from Fallout for years.
I see. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I said the only reason that I did not like 3 as much as I could have, which changed after I was able to, do like any other decent PC player does and mod the ever-loving shit out of it. Shout out Tale of Two Wastelands. The only thing that stopped me from playing it back in the day was that awful green filter it had on it. That terrible green filter every time you stepped outside. And people are like, oh, it adds to the theme, the scenes. It makes you feel. It's like, no, it makes it look like I'm stepping in baby shit all the time. No, fuck your immersion. I don't care. There's a reason I did. There's a reason I did Tale of Two Wastelands and then added a mod pack on top of Tale of Two Wastelands. Why? Because it took everything. It took Fallout 3 and it took New Vegas and it put it in the how do I want to say this? It put it into the engine of Fallout 4. So the gunplay was a lot smoother. You didn't feel like you were just walking like a fucking robot everywhere. It's nice. It's smoother to play. Now, obviously, they didn't change much of the story. Like, the story is still, this is your path to walk, my friend. It's not mine. You just went into a radiated room to get me a Gek. What do you mean I have to go in there? You do it, you irradiated bastard.
Right, you glowing green motherfucker, go.
You were made from this. This is your home. Go back to your home. Don't send me in there.
I mean, like, I don't know. For me, I loved New Vegas. I love the armor and the designs that came out of it. Everything was so Art Deco, like oddly Art Deco. You know what I mean? Not just like kind of Art Deco, like they touch on in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, but like in Fallout 3, it was, and Fallout New Vegas, it was absolutely Art Deco. Like everything about it was just like this is all to look pretty. Like, we're making it look pretty. It's supposed to look pretty. This is Vegas, baby. Lights pretty. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to look like this. And I really enjoyed that aspect because I think somewhere between 3 and 4, they lost the idea that human beings like pretty things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like 4. It was bright, but it was an ugly bright.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. The whole wasteland was ugly. Diamond City was ugly. In New Vegas, they had this richness to it, this tone, and this aesthetic to a lot of the things that were happening, and I really enjoyed it. The only thing that fucking killed me about New Vegas was the same thing that killed me about Fallout 3, and that's how quickly your goddamn guns break.
Oh yeah, it's irritating. I was running through Brandon in the YouTube chat. I think it was ugly even for 2015 standards. It was not a pretty game. It's the way I could like assign it to is seeing a bunch of neon lights all at the same time with no breather for your eyes to take everything in. That's what Fallout 4 to me was. I'm not in no way, shape, or form either. Me either, Brandon. I'm not a graphics type of person. I could care less what it looks for. I've been going through the Final Fantasy VII for the PS1. Okay, so like I don't care about graphics. But I feel like with a 2015 engine, we should have had it at least look a little more welcoming. Is what I want to say. It wasn't as welcoming as New Vegas or 3 was. New Vegas, you had a whole space. You had a whole desert to explore of dangers you knew existed out there. 3, you were in a tight, confined Washington D.C. Like
Yeah.
you knew hell was coming your way. Everywhere you turned, there were super mutants. You couldn't
Oh, I
fart
know.
without a super mutant popping out of nowhere.
I
But in
remember,
Fallout 4, as soon as you step out of the vault, it's nothing.
and I know, and here's the thing. Like, I know it sounds like we're bitching a lot. We're not. We're saying that
No.
different directors do different games differently. I think that the aesthetic of Fallout 3 should have been carried over, should have been kept on to Fallout 4 because, like I said, man, there's just something about there's something about it. I love the way it looks. I really do. I love the way I love the way everything in Fallout New Vegas looked. I love the way the robots operated. You know what I mean? Like they all had different personalities. You get screwed over by one of them. Like I, like who would
Oh
have
yeah.
thought?
Oh yeah.
I
Yes,
mean,
man.
yeah, yes, man. Yeah, you get fucked over by him. Like who would have thought a fucking AI would have so much of a personality?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
he's a dick. He's a dick. Okay, so are we doing a spoiler episode? Do we? Are we too? Are we cool with spoilers? Like, is that happening? Or are we just gonna?
How much of a spoiler? Message me the spoiler.
I'm no, I'm talking full bore. Like, are we going full bore this episode? Or are we giving it like the touch and go kind of thing?
Let's go to touch and go kind of thing because
Okay.
I know some
Okay.
people are gonna watch this and not have been able to finish it. But
Okay. All right.
what are you looking at? Because being screwed over by an AI in New Vegas was so interesting to me.
That game's like all over a decade old. If you haven't played it at this point or haven't watched
Oh yeah, yeah.
dissect
If we're talking about
like,
if we're talking about the games, spoil away. If
yeah.
we're talking about the show, we're gonna have to touch and go now.
No, no. I was talking about the show when Lucy went into the room and seen something that really threw her off. That was a big, and I loved. So I didn't understand this at the time, and unfortunately, it took me about a week to figure it out. I didn't realize the song they were playing and the importance of that song to that whole little 5-minute section. I looked over at my girlfriend and I was like, "Man, this song's fucking annoying." Like, because I mean, if you did pay, if all you seen for it was just the baseline show that it was, all you heard was oh, and it's like, God, shut up. But then once you sit and think about that, yeah, it's like you had to turn the fucking volume up and down.
It really is though. Like you're waiting for the dialogue. Like no, okay.
Not yet, not yet.
Oh, okay. Oh no, there it is. Oh fuck! Hold on, rewind it a couple of seconds. Wait, what did she say?
But then you realize that there's no dialogue for a reason.
Uh huh.
Like you watch it and you hear this music, and obviously it's ear rupturing loud, and you're thinking, is something wrong with my TV? Like, did I set the volume too high? But then you think about it and you're like, no, that's why they set the music as loud as they did. It is showing you the precipice of all the actions that Cooper did to
get here.
to get here. Like that's how it happened. And you're watching all of it sort of collide at one moment. And you're just thinking, oh shit, like light bulb on top of your head. Man, Cooper got fucked this season. He got I'm still wondering. So like this is halfway through the season. And well, I'll tell you, there was something that was shown that as soon as I seen it, I got super uber duper excited. It's big, green, and mean. So
Oh, we can talk about that. That's 3 episodes ago.
Oh, okay. So they introduced super mutants into the Fallout universe. Well, Fallout show universe. Sorry, let me reiterate that. They introduced super mutants. I was not expecting Ron Perlman. That one really threw me through a loop, and it was crazy because I got spoiled on that, but I didn't know I was getting spoiled because for some reason Facebook and X just started showing me ads of like Ron Perlman did the narration for Fallout 1 for $50 and a sandwich, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thanks for telling me, I guess.
Yeah, they were like, hey,
Hey, Ron Perlman, You need to read this interview, and I just
$50 and a sandwich is involved again.
I was like, okay, so what? Did he narrate it? Is he going to narrate an episode or something? And then I heard him say, see, we're not so different, you and I. Was like, I know that voice. I know exactly who that is.
It wasn't that line that it was a still can't have you knowing where we live. And I was like, Ron? And then he hits him and I'm like, was that Ron fucking Perlman? Hey, come back here.
And what was cool, this was a little added thing. Again, if you play the games, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's going to be kind of like a, what does that matter? But as they're zooming into the church where they're located, which I don't think it's the main church that the master is in, I would love to see them pull a master thing with this. I would sell my left nut to see a master. I know I'm not going to. I would. I think it'd be cool, especially seeing like how they would do the voices. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be really cool to see. But as
it'd be cool. Yes, cool to see. I don't think it has enough of an importance to anything happening in this show to be brought up.
Not if we're going as heavy with the Unca Alve as we are. I tried Pig Latin. Don't fuck with me on this one, okay? You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so if we're going that heavy, I don't think we're going to dive too much into the master because he was the driving force in one. So unfortunately, there's two pathways we could take, and those two things are
divergent. Yeah,
totally divergent. The only thing we're going to get is maybe, what's his name? Frank Harrington. Was that his name?
From?
It was either one or two. Frank Harrington. He was a big super mutant that still had his intelligence, but they had him in like power armor.
Oh, yeah. No, it was Frank Harrington. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it was.
I'm saying the name right. Okay. Yeah. So if they include Frank Harrington in season 3, I will lose my shit. Unfortunately, the show is a lot of fan service.
It is a lot of fan service.
The show is a hell of a lot of fan service. I don't care.
Mind.
I'm the fan that they made fan service for. I seen the bag of body parts right outside the church, and I was like, I know exactly what you're introducing here.
Yeah, I know what that is. I know where that is.
I know only a couple enemies in Fallout do that, and you've been building up for it, you sneaky sons of bitches. Because oh man, okay. So as soon as I seen them talk about FEV, but they gave it a weird name, they're like, oh yeah, it's friendly something, or I can't remember.
It's something, yeah.
Yeah. It was a weird thing. They're like, oh yeah, we're part of the FPV program, the friendly employment, something with V. I couldn't remember the other one, and I was like, huh. They're gonna retcon that. Nope. I was like, hold on. So I heard them say that, and I was like, that's a big retcon, man. Like that's a gigantic one to touch on, because FEV is like a huge thing in the entire universe. And then as soon as Hannah Montana's little brother goes searching in the terminal, and it actually shows what FEV stands for, I was like, oh, they lied. They
lied big time.
They lied big time. Oh, rad roaches. This is the first time I think I've ever seen rad roaches feel like an actual enemy.
Feel like a threat?
Feel like an actual threat. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because anytime you fight rad roaches in any of the game, it's just a simple like ping, done one shot. Like you can punch them and they're gone.
Well, because they're roaches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And most of the characters that we play in Fallout have some kind of combat experience. Also, only one that arguably doesn't, because there's such a vague background, is 4.
No, not a vague background. It stated he's in the military.
Number 4?
Yeah, 4. Yeah, 4. They've stated that he was in the military.
Why did I miss that part then?
I don't know, because that's a big thing. That's like a huge thing.
Yeah, arguably, any character you play in the Fallout games that has some kind of experience fighting or wielding firearms. So
Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking of 3, and I was like, how the fuck did that work in 3? But I'm like, yeah, one of the missions is you get a BB gun and shoot rad roaches in the basement
in the
from your debt.
base.
Yeah. Yep. What about one? No, one, because they give you descriptions of what each person was. 2, they do the same thing, and then
Yep.
the courier. Yeah.
Courier 11.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Never mind. I retract my statement. I totally take back what I was about to say. I take it back.
And this is the first time we've ever seen rad roaches go after soft underbelly vault dwellers who don't know how to fight, who have no combat experience, who have no survival instinct in the wasteland. And yeah, they're mean.
Oh yeah. That's why I said it was nice seeing them as an actual threat and not just like
A throwaway
kill
enemy.
these goblins. Like go into this cave and kill these goblins and you'll get like 2 gold pieces. Like it's equivalent to that of killing rad roaches.
Yeah.
I think the one in Fallout is a serious show. And for anybody who says that it's always been goofy, you're a fucking liar and you're just trying to make the show seem like it's supposed to be this fun, goofy show. Fallout has its goofy moments, but you have to have a perk for it to be funny and goofy. The Wild Wastelanders.
I don't know. There are parts of it that are actually
But it's
pretty
not as
fucking goofy.
But it's not as goofy as what like a lot of people will say it is. That's the thing. Like a lot of people are making it seem like it's a Yakuza situation. Where it's like this big serious show, but then it just has these moments that completely throw everything off. That's where the difference is.
I think I'm thinking more of like the stranger perk. You know what I mean? When you're using your VATS and then
Oh, yeah. The lone
the lone stranger.
Yeah, lone stranger perk. Yeah.
Yeah, where he just there's a random dude that appears and nails your crit for you, and then
Who was that?
randomly disappears, and you're just like seriously like,
I'm
Hello?
in a vault in the middle of nowhere. How did you get down here?
and where did you go?
And he just disappears. I can't even ask you for your number. Where are you at?
Yeah, like
I-
there are a lot of goofy things, especially when you look at and like here's the reason that and not to step on your point, and I'm sorry, the reason that it's goofy
You have a show, dead man.
is to highlight the graphic nature of how disconnected the vault dwellers are with the rest of the world.
And I like that. I like seeing that. I dislike it when they make the vault dwellers seem like they know every little thing that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
That they know every single small detail that's happening. Like they haven't been underground away from any outside communication for the
For 200
longest
years.
Yeah, for 200 years. And then all of a sudden they come out and they're like, "Oh, that's Liberty Prime or that's the Brotherhood of Steel." Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Why are we able to see this when we haven't even had outside communication? Half of you have been frozen for 200 years. So when you come out of cryostasis and you finally get all the ice shaken off you, you're like, "Oh yeah, that's the Enclave, that's the Brotherhood of Steel, that's that's the Railroad." Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Oh my god, the railroad, yeah.
Like but the goofy thing in this show that stood out to me, like there wasn't a whole lot of them, but the funniest one was when the blondie and her husband were getting married, and he's like, "She's 200 years old." Oh, okay.
And a Canadian.
And that's just when everybody me and the girlfriend were dying laughing once the Canadian bit came up. Because it's
My
like, we don't got a
son.
problem if you're 200 years. Once you say you're Canadian.
My son lost it, yeah.
I'm more excited. I'm more excited to see how her story develops as this goes on.
Well, you remember what phase 2 is. You
I
do
had-
not remember what phase 2 is.
I do not remember what phase 2 is. You're gonna have to send that to me because I was talking to the girlfriend about it, and I was like, it might be this, it might be that. So I wasn't 100% sure what it would be. So just send it to me.
I was going to say, I'm not spoiling that one.
Come on, I'm not gonna wait the entire time. The only thing I can think of. Are we talking about this? Are we going through with this? Because I need to know.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if we're not, okay, I think phase 2 is they're going to make a whole. They're going to make a whole vault of super mutants.
Hold on.
I don't like the quietness of this. I can't tell
Hang
if
on. I'm working on it.
I can hear the click clacking, so I know research is happening.
Hold on.
But yeah, I did like this Fallout show, and I think the people that said it was a bad adaptation, I think they are too stuck in 2008. They're way too stuck on. I just seen it. They're way too stuck on the games, and they don't want, if it's not a new IP or it's not a remaster with, which I don't know why they want
The
to
Rock. Oh, they took all the wind out of your sails.
Man, that took all the fucking because put Kevin Hart as the Wastelander
Yeah.
or the Courier.
Oh no! Put him as Preston.
Do it. He'll be just as fucking annoying. Do it. I want to hear. I want to hear some. Okay, is anybody in the modding community ever listens to this? Please put Kevin Hart as Preston Garvey. Just
That
make
would
him
be.
perfect.
We might have to pony up cash for that.
I don't care.
Too fucking good.
That it's a good idea. It's a great idea. Well, there was. I have a love-hate relationship with the Fallout modding community. Because some of them are like, hey, this is cool. This is what I made. Have fun with it. Do what you want. And then you got the nerds that are like, well, that's not canon. We made a mod that is officially canon. It's like, did you get Obsidian to say it was? Did you get Bethesda to give it the fucking canon stamp of approval?
Did you get any of the directors of the games, any of the writers of the games, any of the producers of the games?
Modders nowadays are fucking self-righteous, man. It's ridiculous. I want to go on a quick tangent real quick because
please do, because I got one to capitalize on yours.
I really hope it's not the same one because we're just going to be rolling the same snowball down the hill.
Maybe.
So it might be. Recently, if you don't pay attention to gaming news, which God bless you, you're a sane person that actually touches grass and sees the family and inhales oxygen like a normal person. There was a recent controversy going on with Cyberpunk 2077 and a modder. Okay, that's what I thought. With a modder who made a VR mod for Cyberpunk 2077, and nobody had a problem with it. He did this for a bunch of other.
Games.
Games. He did it for a bunch of other games. Those people didn't have a problem with it. It was all fine and dandy. Nobody had a problem. It was all good until one day this man decided, you know what? You are not going to be able to use this mod unless you pay me. Not a Patreon or not a donation thing. Not a, hey, I'm accepting donations. Here's it for free, but any donations will help go towards building this into a more stable one. No, he made a Patreon, put that mod behind a paywall, and then didn't leave it open for even a demo or for free. And of course, CD Projekt Red got a hold of this, and they said, "We're going to hit you with a cease and desist." It's not because we don't love what you're doing. We think it's great. We think it's awesome. We think it's a good thing you're doing. We just don't want people to pay for something that we don't want you to pay for a mod for a game that we have. And he's like, "Oh well, I don't see the big problem with it." And they're like, they put this directly. They said, "We don't care if you put the mod out. Just don't make people pay to use it." That is where our problem is.
Yep.
And of course, like any sane person, Deadman, I'm gonna give you three options here. Right? You tell me which one he chose, okay? Did he A, listen to what CD Projekt Red did, took down the Patreon, put it up for free, and put donations? Did he B, tell CD Projekt Red, I will work for you, and that is the only way I'm going to make the mod free? Or did he C?
Hey, Mustard, we're talking Fallout. If you want to hop in, let me know.
did he see throw a big baby bitch tantrum, take the mod down, and then make a 4-page document saying what they did was wrong and I should be able to charge for the work that I made. And if I'm not getting charged, then nobody's going to get anything of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with C.
If you answered anything but C, you are wrong. This man threw such a Mach 5 toddler tantrum because people didn't want to pay him to use a mod for a game they already paid $80 for. And I'm including,
That's not the dyslexia. The ginger couldn't make it. And they apparently got caught up. So we're still going.
The femboy curse, man. The femboy curse. It do be a son of a bitch.
No, so what? And it wasn't that he wasn't charged. It wasn't that he was charging for it. It was that he was charging as much as the original game. So people had to buy the original game and then spend just as much money as the game on this guy's mod, and then you could only use it with his permission. So, and he claimed that, oh, I tried to talk to CD Projekt Red. I sent them several emails to make this an official canon thing. To which I say, they don't owe you the time of day. Like, they don't owe you shit, pal.
No, fuck no. You're not associated with them whatsoever. They don't owe you a motherfucking dime.
You know, welcome to the world of entertainment, where, you know, it's I guess the only way I could say it is no unsolicited materials. If you've ever heard of people making demo tapes and sending them to, like, you know, record companies and everything, and they get a letter back, the letter usually says no unsolicited material. And the reason it says that is because we will go to you. You don't come to us. We will go to you. Essentially, that's what it means, right?
I want to hear your shit.
If I want to hear you, I'll tell you I want to hear you. Otherwise, stop calling me. And that's exactly what happened with this. He was like, I emailed them several times, and I tried to get a hold of them, and I tried to make it official, and they wouldn't talk to me. And I'm like, and the only thing I could think of, I'm like, they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you contact. They don't owe you a discussion or anything else like that. It's like if I said, well, I contacted id Software because I wanted to talk about the soundtrack to Doom, and they didn't email me back, and I'm very upset about that. And now I'm gonna review bomb all of the Doom music that ever comes. Fuck you. It doesn't owe me the time of fucking day. All right, like they don't owe me shit. They don't owe me time. They don't owe me. They don't owe me a thought in the fucking world. Just because you made a cool product that a lot of people are enjoying means fuck all in the grand scheme. And they gave him the choice. They said, "Look, you're making a lot of money off of this mod. We don't mind. We don't mind the fact that you made this money. In fact, we're not going to sue you for it. All we want you to do is stop charging for the mod. That's it." They were like, we can, yeah. They were like, we can add your shit to the official site. We can negotiate further things going forward, but you're charging a lot of money off of our IP, and that's the thing, right? It wasn't his IP to begin with. It wasn't like, you know, he came up with another Cyberpunk story that he used a Cyberpunk 2077 engine or graphics or anything else. No, he was making money off of somebody else's IP, and a lot of money off of it.
That's copyright, unfortunately. That's copyright, my dude. I could sit here and say I'm not a big fan of the copyright laws, but unfortunately, this is one of those times where the copyright laws did do what they're supposed to do.
And yeah, and you know, like, and he was like, "Oh, well, I've had it up there for like 2 years, and I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. These guys are a multi-million-dollar company.
They don't promise their lawyers are better than yours."
Yeah, it's not even that. It's that they don't have time to sit there and look through every single Cyberpunk 2077 thing. They're not going to sit there with a fine-tooth comb and go, oh, well, this is good, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. No, they're going to get to it when they fucking get to it. And either way, No. Do I like the fact that they DMCA'd him? Not really. Do I understand why? Yes. Do I support somebody's right to protect their own IP? Yes. As somebody who is a creative, as somebody whose brother is a very talented created, yes. As is Gibby is a creative as well. If somebody came along and started writing persona morta or persona mortis content without contacting you or asking permission and started, just making money off of persona mortis, you'd kind of be pissed.
Yeah, I'd be like, where's my cut? I didn't even make money off the shit I wrote originally. I ain't made a dime off of it. How the hell are you making money off this? But I understand what you're saying. And I seen somebody reply because this guy went on a full Reddit tangent, and somebody thought, well, what about Nexus Mods? They charge for a premium service, and I'm like, okay, here's the difference between Nexus Mods and what this guy is doing. All right, Nexus Mods still lets you download the mods for free at a capped download speed and instant file download. That's the only reason that they can get away with that, because they're not charging you to, like, you don't need a premium subscription to download the mods. You just need one for faster download speeds, and you don't have to, if you're downloading a mod pack, you don't have to go back through going to Vortex, clicking the link, going to Vortex, clicking, like, it skips that entire process. That's like the major difference. Whereas this guy was like, you're either going to pay me or you're not going to use this mod whatsoever. That's the big thing.
The biggest difference is that Nexus Mods doesn't charge you for any of the mods.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't charge you for the thing.
Nothing. They don't charge the mods are just posted. They don't charge you for shit. They charge you for access to them at a higher speed, but they don't charge you for the mods. Even if they make the mods themselves, they don't charge you for it.
Still free 99.
Yeah, but this fucker was charging 69 or $70, I think it was, each pop for the mod.
Is that how much he was charging?
Yeah.
I thought oh my God. Fuck.
Let me double check that, because that's the last figure I saw.
So you're telling me not only do I have to spend $70 on the base game, $30 for the DLC, I now have to spend an additional $70 to do a VR mod, and let's just cut out the cost of the VR headset itself. A VR headset, which costs what, close to $300, $400?
Oh, $300.
I don't know. I can't do VR. I got the motion sickness real fast thing. It kills my eyes. Yeah,
for me, it's the depth perception. I have really good nearsighted, but I'm terribly farsighted. Like I'm super nearsighted, but terrible farsight. And so I don't know why, but somewhere like the VR plane of focus lies somewhere in the middle. So I'm constantly like,
it lands right in the middle, right where your eyes stop being good.
Yeah, literally, like right there. Like, so I'm like this with the headset on.
Feel like a 60-year-old man. God damn this technology! I can't use this shit.
All right,
I've tried it before. I tried with the Beat Saber game, and that I did one round, and I was like, okay, nope. I did it once. I'm good.
You know who's really good at the Beat Saber thing? Fucking Hengel.
That does not surprise me for some reason. there is something about Hengel that just screams he's good at Beat Saber or any VR game.
All right, so
take that here, how you want it. It's not supposed to be a dig, but take that sentence how you want it.
It says here it was accessed via his $10 Patreon, but that's not the truth.
That's not
what happened.
No, I don't feel like they'd be making as much of a stink over 10 bones. I guess that's where I get frisky, because a lot of people say, try and pull that, like, oh, it's only $10, and it's like, they wouldn't be making that much of a fucking fit over $10. No. That number has to be higher. Ain't no way 10 bones. Ain't no way. But that's me as a consumer. I don't make mods. That's a little too much for me. That's a little too much out of my wheel range. I like putting them on. I don't like making them.
It looks like a lot of these sites are covering for the guy.
Probably because CD Projekt Red, has rocky starts to games. So they're we don't want to take the side of the company. We don't want to be called bootlickers. It's like you're not being called bootlickers. Like, you guys aren't realizing that if they did the same thing with your articles that you write, where you're just right on this guy who made the mod, you'd be pissed. You would be up in arms. You would be making article after article saying, I can't believe they stole what I wrote. I spent a lot of time writing this article. That's the same fucking principle, dumbasses. Like, that's the same principle that they're going off of here.
Yeah, and it says here, according to the guy that made the mod, Ross is his name. He says, "I'm sorry, but I don't believe you are within your rights in demanding that my software needs to be free. That said, I'm all for finding a win-win solution that makes it possible for your fans to keep enjoying Night City from inside the VR. Like it's not your software, pal. You made a mod. It's not your engine. It's not your story. It's not your game. You made a mod."
So would ID be in the right if somebody decided to, I don't know, start charging for GZ Doom? Would they be in the right for that? The game may be almost, God, how old? 30 years old? 40? 30?
What?
40, 30?
Doom 95?
Yeah. Okay, so about 30
old?
years old. Yeah, about 30 years old. So if somebody just decided, hey, if you want to use GZ Doom to be able to play the custom maps or the packs or all of that, you're going to start, paying me $50 before you can even download GZ Doom. And it's like, they're still in the right. ID is still in the right. They might, it might be a 30-year-old game, but that's still their IP. No matter what. And I don't think that's what people understand. I'm not going to pay you to add a little kiss on the tip extra for a game that I've already got to pay a lot of money for. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay you. I'm not. My money is a lot more worth to pay than to pay some fucking nerd who made a VR mod.
This guy was making $20K a month off of his Patreon. And guess what his biggest download was?
Oh, I can only imagine. What is it?
Yeah, 2077.
Huh.
Yep.
That might be why there, buddy. You're making 20 bone. That's more than 99.5% of Americans make in a 4-month period. What do you mean?
Yeah, he was making $20K a month off of the Patreon. Number one download was the 2077 mod. And so I kind of don't blame them for coming after you.
Yeah,
and on top of that, there are several reports that say that he moved the pay from paying for the mod itself to the Patreon. According to some reports, you had to pay for it separately before, but then when the last of it happened, like the last bit of it, he was trying to hide just behind the paywall instead of being paid directly for the mod. So this guy's sleazy. Like, he knew what he was doing.
I don't trust anybody named Ross. In my over a decade time on the internet, I have never ever heard a good story involving some guy named Ross. Okay, Mr. Medicare had the thing with Bathtub Ross. There was the Game Grumps. You remember that? Remember that thing?
Do, yeah.
Yeah, that was gross. That was disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want you.
I'm not diving into that. That's a long history of I don't want to deal with that. I do that. I do like a monthly listen of that though when I'm doing something, just because it's fun to hear somebody get yelled at that deserves it. That's all.
Did he pass away yet?
Medicare?
Yeah.
No, he just did a stream like 2 weeks ago.
No, I'm not wishing it, but I know that guy is very sick.
No, he's open about it. He's like, look, I'm doing this. He's like, the only reason I'm still streaming is just so Jade will have something when I die. He's like, because if I had more of a safe pocket in the back end, I wouldn't do this anymore. I would just enjoy. He's like,
He's
I would
not
just
well.
enjoy the rest of my time. I would just sit back, watch anime, hang out with my wife, and just be happy.
Yeah, Mr. Medicare, don't misunderstand my statement. If you, I know you're not going to listen to this, but don't misunderstand my statement. I hadn't heard about you in a while, and usually when that happens, I assume the worst. So I'm glad you're still with us. I really am.
You know what the cool part is? I would love to do one stream with him, just a single one.
Be interesting.
And apparently he is really easy to get a hold of, to get on streams. So if I'm just asking, would you be cool with it?
Yeah. If Medicare wants to come talk nerd shit with us, absolutely, yes.
Ooh, bet.
I'm happy to have Mr. Medicare on.
Oh yeah. But so anyways, back to where we're going to go back to Fallout. We got a little sidetracked here, but that modding thing, just the self-righteousness of modders will forever blow my mind. Like you didn't make the game, you made extra content for the game.
Yeah.
Shut up. Get off your high horse. You're not next to the developers. You made extra content for the game or made it pretty. Shut up.
That's it. Like, yeah,
okay, so I gotta say there was one guy that made a mod where it was a real-time Pip-Boy. Where it made like a little mini map where if you held the button, it had the local map right there, and you're looking at it as you're walking, like in real time.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
I have it downloaded. What do you? It's a wonderful tool, especially when you don't. Especially when you can't see like the lock picks or the doors, or there's a shotgun somewhere, and you're like, there you are, you sneaky son of a bitch.
I try to keep my Fallout like as pure to gameplay as possible until I get so I'll have my good save, my bad save, my good guy save, my bad guy save, and then I got my mod save where I kind of get a little nuts with it. But for the first two, I try to keep it as pure as possible. I do little itty bitty mods. I do like a scrap doesn't weigh anything. You know what I mean?
That one's a fucking lifesaver.
Yeah, and I do little tiny itty bitty things like that. I don't like change it into like big booba fucking goth girl everybody. I don't do that.
I have a buddy who was on his Fallout 4 modding journey. I make it sound like some spiritual.
It is in a way. It is.
And he was telling me all about his mods, and I was like, dude, chill. He's like, no, I want this thing to be next level. I'm like, okay. I asked him, I was like, did you go on Wabajack like I told you? He's like, no, I made my own, and it kept conflicting. I'm like, oh, fuck. Why are you doing that? Wabajack is there. They have them in order. All you have to do is follow the steps, and there are never anything conflicting. If you follow the steps, it will run like butter if your computer allows it. But no, I agree with you. I don't do a lot of like big game changing ones. Maybe a couple like extra locations here or extra quests here and there just to make the game a little bit more beefier.
Yeah. The rare shop, the rarity shop, I forget what it's called. Something like that. That's his rarity shop that they place right outside of Diamond City, where you can go in and buy like super rare items that only spawn like once or twice in the game. That's another one I added. So
Well, like as I was saying in the beginning of the stream, I'm going through my Tale of Two Wastelands first playthrough.
Yeah.
And Tale of Two Wastelands, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, because apparently that's still a mystery to some people, which I don't blame you. I just found out about it this year, or I started fucking with it last year, and I just redid it. What Tale of Two Wastelands does is it takes Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and just puts it in as one big game. Like you could pick where you start, but it just makes it into one big game. It fixes a lot of the bugs in the original base games. It takes no, that's not what that does, because that's the mod pack I have added. But it takes away a lot of the bugs. It defines the textures around the world. It removes the tint of the world if you don't like that, like me. I
hate the tint.
With every fiber in my being, I hate the tint in 3. I swear that is what stopped me from playing it on the Xbox 360, because the green just killed my eyes. The green tint absolutely.
You can adjust that, right?
Okay, let's see. I am currently 29. That game came out in
Floor.
2004.
No, your phone's on the floor.
Oh yeah, no, it hit the floor hard, and I just quit. I just stopped. So let me get a date on when 3 came out. And
2008.
Okay, so I was 12. I did not. The only thing I adjusted in the settings when I was 12 was to put subtitles on. That was it. Did not fuck with anything else. So here I am at 29, and I'm like, God, that green tint still just does not agree with my eyes. And it takes the orange tint out of New Vegas. I mean, if you like that, that's on you. That's cool. Like, it takes the yellow tint away. I understand it's a desert. It's supposed to look yellow. You're supposed to see this yellow tint when you walk into the desert, so you can be a little bit more immersive. No. If I'm gonna sit and stare at a screen, I don't need a tint. I want it to look good. I don't want it to look like I'm getting fucked by the sun. Okay, I'm already doing that. Fallout 3 does that as soon as you step out the vault. That one has the most egregious flashbang out of any Fallout game.
Yeah.
The other ones, it's like, okay, that hurt. 3 is just like flashbang, like right in your eyes. It's
So,
why is it when I flashbang somebody, it's like they threw a party napkin over their face?
Throw a napkin from a kid's birthday party at their face. Well, when I get flashed, it's like someone just wraps a fucking bedsheet over my face and I get face fucked by Rick Weiss.
Then that's how Fallout 3 introduces you to it. Like Fallout 4 is not even that bad. Fallout 4 is like
no, it's not. But it also, two things I want to touch on. One, the ghouls in Fallout, the TV show, hitting the drug to stay sane. A lot of people were saying, "Well, that's not canon. That never happened in the games." And I have to make the argument. It never happened in the areas we went to. This is a whole new area. There's a whole new vault. This is a part of the United States we've never been in the games. So this is all new.
I feel like they've mentioned it a couple times. They've mentioned it a couple times in the games, like 3 or Vegas. They're like, yeah, the only way we're staying sane. Do you know how much jet we have back there?
Yeah, it is. That's in 3. That's in 3. What you're talking about?
So wow, 3 is an official timeline game. So guess what, you fucking nerds? It's canon.
It is canon. The thing is that it's always kind of like hinted at that jet helps them, but it's also in the scientist notes in 3 when you go to that one area that the jet helps the longevity. It doesn't stop it completely. There are ghouls that never touch jet, but that's because those ghouls were either newly minted or they've been a ghoul long enough that the radiation has not completely deteriorated them. Jet just helps. Like, that's all it does. It just helps the longevity. Cooper Howard is a very old ghoul, so his radiation saturation is very high. So yes, he does need jet, and so do a lot of, like, as we saw in the show season 1 when Lucy drinks the water and she becomes irradiated. We saw that area of the United States, wherever they are, was extremely irradiated. So it would stand to reason that all the ghouls that are around that area are extremely irradiated and would need the jet to help them stay sane.
I wish they made ghouls seem like a bigger threat than what they were.
They can't. As a writer, I can tell you why.
Please inform me.
Because we still need to connect with Cooper. If we show that Cooper has a weaker side, like when he gets trapped on the pole, right, and he's there for hours and hours and hours, and he doesn't have the jet, and he starts to turn, and he starts to say, "My name is Cooper Howard. My name is Cooper Howard." We have to show that their ghouls are also human. there's not a lot of ghouls in the games that we have that interaction with. There are a couple, especially in 3, and in 4 not so much. In 4 it's more the synths, but in 3 and in New Vegas there are several ghouls who are very much still intact. And for
What's
this,
his name?
yeah,
Goob? No.
yeah,
What's his name? You meet him in Megaton. Like
yeah.
the
I know who
first.
you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, he's coherent.
So,
I can
but
never be mean to him. No matter how many times I do it, I can never be mean to him.
I like I like being nice in the wasteland, but that's me. Uh, but if we as a show experience ghouls the way we do in the game, Cooper Howard becomes a lot less personifiable or a lot less personable. We start to disconnect from him as a person and start to see him way more as a ghoul.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. No, I didn't notice anybody complain about the death claw scenes. Didn't hear anything.
Because they're
about
death claws. They're so hard to fuck up. They're big mean things. You can't fuck it up. Oh, we missed it.
Oh. Oh. Okay. So I can complain about this now. Now that I say I have writing under my belt, I can complain about something and actually be able to say I have merit. Dear God, movie writers, TV writers, show producers, for the love of Christ, can we please, if there is somebody fighting a big bad thing, and not just one, but multiple big bad things, can we not have them turn around and give the guy who helped them and just stare at him and give him a big thank you? Can we please stop having our characters do that? It irritates me to my core because it's like, there is danger, but you're just like, hey, thank you, random citizen. No, yes, please. It drives me bonkers because in a normal situation, in a normal real life situation, you have 3 gigantic death lizards. 3 gigantic death lizards coming your way. And your first thing is, thanks. Oh, that's right. Death lizards. Smacks you into next year.
I saw someone complain about how it didn't make sense that death claws existed before the bombs and everyone flamed them for not knowing the lore. Nobody knows where the death claws came from.
Do they ever explain where the death claws came from?
I don't remember that.
No, I don't ever remember them diving into. I mean, even I don't remember anybody ever. I remember being like, "Oh, there's a giant death lizard. Where'd it come from?" They just appear. One day they're here, one day they're not. They're just giant dinosaurs that could kill you in an instant. And then you go to the Deathclaw Sanctuary, and all of a sudden you feel like a 5-year-old walking into a cave with a pistol, and you're like, well. How they explain it, Fallout. Fallout 2. That was
They
one
do. I just found it. So it says here, death claws were genetically engineered by the U.S. military prior to the 2077 Great War as biological weapons to replace troops. They mixed animal stocks, primarily Jackson's chameleons, and enhanced FEV virus, or the FEV, the Forced Evolutionary Virus, and were refined by the Master, and later on by the Enclave.
I would love it. I know it's not going to happen, but I would love to see the Master in the TV show, just to see how they would do his voice.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I said it before he found it. All right, Mustard. All right. If you're gonna try and big wing it here, come on to the show. Don't try and big wing it over chat. Like I said, beyond that, I love seeing the Death Claws. They felt like a actual threat and a terror. Because once Maxis, is that his name? Maximus. Thank you, love. Once Maximus got hit through the gate and like we see the whole town just make eye contact with the Death Claws, my heart stops a little bit. I was like, oh, you guys are fucked. But I loved it. I loved it when everybody was making bets on whether he was going to survive or not.
That was
and the
hilarious.
guy came in. He's like, I got 5,000 caps. It was either 5,000 or 500, one of the two.
500.
He's like, I got 500 caps. They're not going to survive. And everybody's like, you ain't got that money. He just shakes his leg. shakes his pant leg and they all just come
these
right out.
guys. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I had another thing I was gonna. Oh,
So
fuck the Brotherhood of Steel. I want to say that
fuck
now.
the Brotherhood.
For all of you nerds who are complaining about the Brotherhood of Steel, I want you to shut up. Okay, you guys are defending the most milquetoast faction in the entire series. All right,
The most fascist.
It's not even the fascism thing. They're just boring. They are just so goddamn boring. Okay, we have spent all of these seasons being like, well, there's going to be a civil war. I want to know what the Enclave is doing. All right, they're scarier. They do more fucked up shit to the rest of the wasteland. All you guys are just Boy Scouts in metal armor. Go away. Nobody likes you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like that kid at the playground that thinks that because they have the brand new baseball, like, I can play with you guys. No, shut up. I don't care. Go away.
Yeah,
Tommy has a wooden bat that he used to beat a fucking fence with the other day, and he's cooler than you are. His mom lets him smoke cigarettes. What does your mom let you do?
Oh my God.
Watch PBS after dark? Go away.
Yeah, fuck the Brotherhood. First and foremost, the Enclave,
Brotherhood storyline
the
and Fallout
Institute.
4. Oh, be ready for the most boring storyline in that entire game.
And here's a hot take: and the NCR had better armor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially
nobody agrees with me, and I don't know why. I'm like, the NCR had better fucking armor. They had better power armor too, bitch.
Still had some of the better armor. What do you mean? Shut up.
I don't know. Maybe their armor functioned.
The NCR was just I'll give you a hot take, and this one will really, it depends on which side you sit on. I like the Legion. They're terrible people. They're awful people, but they're the only ones that kind of made, like, in the time period, made sense to what they were doing. They're like, we are going to run this with an iron fist. Everybody else had these weird little tangents of how they wanted the wasteland to run. The only two people that made sense, and this is going to fuck some people up, but if you think about it, the only two factions that made sense were the Legion and the Enclave. Okay? Everybody else had no idea what the fuck they were doing. They were just hoping for the best and just surviving. The Legion and the Enclave were like, we know what we're doing. We may be doing it in a sick, twisted fucking way, but we know how it's going. And if we achieve it, we achieved our goal, and we are working from that. Everybody else was like, we got a goal. I don't know how we're going to accomplish it, but we have a goal.
I think the scariest one of all, actually, yeah, I agree with Mustard, is the Institute.
The Institute is fucking terrifying.
I think out of all of them, out of the ones that feed the most folk tales, out of the one that causes the most harm in the wasteland, it's definitely the Institute.
Well, you can blame the internet company for that, Mustard. You can write your local congressman about it, because I'm about to do the same. But no, the railroad's terrifying. Everybody else worries more about the wasteland. The Institute worries about the future and how to make it better and how to make robots more compatible with normal human. Yeah, the other fact. Sorry, I got the Institute and the railroad confused for a second. Yeah, the Institute, they're fucking terrifying because they work underground and they could replace you like that. You would never know. They could replace somebody you love just like that. And there's a couple quest lines in Fallout 4 that talk about that. So that's even scarier. I just have the world's biggest boner for the Brotherhood of Steel, and I stand on that. I think they're the most boring faction in the entire series.
Like I said, the most fascist.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if I'm not going to say that one on a recorded line, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know where this is going, but I think I know where this is going, and I don't think you should say that.
Nope, no, I'm not gonna say that one. I mean, if it works for a storyline, if they work for it, awesome. If it makes the faction believable that it could happen, I think fascism is okay in that aspect. If it can make, fuck it. I mean, I'm not going to dance around it. If fascism makes the faction actually believable in the tone of the wasteland, I think it works. But unfortunately, at some point, they go from being a fascist way of living that they're trying to get the rest of the wasteland to be to you got that old school computer, you got them pre-war books, you got that toaster from 1955. I want it. You're not gonna fucking have it. Why? Well, give me the toaster. I need it. I need some toast. Something about having it from 1955 just makes it that much better, you little shit. That's all they turn into, and they lose the oomph that they have, and that's where it stops being a faction, and it just seems like Boy Scouts in big armor.
I think what you mean saying is that fascism as a plot point or a story point is okay.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's what you were trying to put together.
I'm not saying it's okay in real life, but if it's a storyline, yeah, it works. I mean, I'll stand by that. That is an argument I will forever die on the hill. I argue with it a lot, so I'm not trying to do that today. It's a story point I will die on, but I'm not doing it here. But yeah, if you write your characters as fascist or as racist or as as any ist that you want to put inside of a storyline, if you write that and it is believable for the world you are in, I think using that as a plot point is a very, very deep thing, but you need to know how to use it. You need to know how to write your characters where it is believable. If you don't,
you need to capitalize on it.
Yeah, you need to capitalize and make sure you know how your characters are going to act, because if not, then they're just going to turn into Boy Scouts in big armor, which the Brotherhood of Steel is. You fucking nerds. Stop saying they're a good faction. Go find another one. Go, fuck, I'll accept you more if you were like, the Boomers are my favorite faction. Okay, awesome. I believe you. They're crazy old people. I'm fine with that. Really?
Yeah.
The NCR?
Yes.
Pay taxes? The NCR? in the wasteland, you want to pay taxes? Are you kidding me?
You already pay taxes in the wasteland.
Yeah, but the difference is if I don't want to pay taxes, I can just fuck off and go.
You pay taxes no matter where you go in the wasteland. In Bomb City, or what the fuck is it called? Nuketown, whatever. Fucking you pay for, huh?
Megaton? What game are we talking about here?
Fallout 3.
Yeah,
Megaton City.
Megaton. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to get into the Megaton City, you got to pay an entrance fee. Then you got to pay the fee to the mayor. Then you got to pay fucking. Either way, you pay taxes no matter what. The NCR is just upfront about it.
What fucking game are you playing?
Megaton City.
No, I've never had to pay. I've always put stats into explosives so I can deactivate that bomb in the middle of the city, so I don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, I did the same. I fucked up once. That was funny.
This isn't gonna go bad. Kaboom.
Yeah, I know how to fix this.
Little did you get this shortcut scene. Little did he know, he did not know how to fix this.
Dead man was wrong once again, and now we get to watch the wasteland get irradiated one more time. And now here we are at Vault 111.
I am so pissed they didn't include that Jingle Jangle song in the show. I will say that's my only gripe. That's one of my big gripes I have. Like, they did the big iron on the hip. Like, first song they used was Big Iron, and I'm like, you knew what you were doing. You knew what fans you wanted to see that. I was one of them, because my girlfriend knows nothing about Fallout. Like, what she knows is from the show and what she's heard me bitch about. So when I heard that Big Iron on the hip, I got off the bed and I was like, yes. Like, I got excited about it because it's a memorable song from that game. That's why I'm upset there was jingle jangle jangle. Like, fuck, I was kind of upset about that. But of course, just like season 1, the soundtrack slapped.
Of course.
There was not a song on the entire soundtrack that felt like it was out of place or Felt like it didn't mix with the scene well. Could have done without the cousin fucking storyline though. I understand why they did it. I
But
get
it's
it.
canon.
I
Even the
understand.
support group is canon.
Yeah, and the two redhead cousins that were a little too close. Were they cousins or were they not cousins? I
They
was
were
confused.
cousins.
They were cousins. Okay, I got confused. I was like, wait, but are you? Why are you here? For it, why are you here? I understand the point of the storyline is because it's like, well, they get a food ration.
Budget.
Yeah, they get a food ration budget. Now all of a sudden everybody has a problem fucking their cousins. But when there was no food, people were just like, well, double dicking down my first cousin. But then when there's food, it's like this might be a problem.
Double
Let me-
dicking down. Damn.
Let me eat this. Let me eat this.
Full steam ahead.
Let me eat this sugar bomb real quick while I think about my cousin Patrice.
That's horrifying. But we're out of time. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. Any final thoughts?
I got 3 of them.
Go ahead.
The Brotherhood of Steel sucks. Shut up about them. They're not that good of a faction. The only reason you do is because you want to try and cling to the most milquetoast faction, and so you don't have to explain anything. You just be like, I like the Brotherhood of Steel. They rely on the old ways, and I like that. You might want to check yourself on that one. The Fallout show was good. It's not great. It's not a great adaptation, but it's not a terrible adaptation. I think they did more things right than what they did wrong with it. And if you're going to play Fallout,
I can back that, yeah.
and then Fallout 3 and New Vegas are very fun games, but if you are going to run them on current hardware, for the love of Christ, download Tale of Two Wastelands. There are so many quality of life fixes. They're not big game-changing ones, but they're enough to where you can boot the game up without it not just exploding your device as soon as it boots up. That's all I got to say about. Oh, last one. There will not be a Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 remaster. Shut up about it. All right, unless Todd Howard, somebody comes in, tickles his nuts in the exact right way, like Fushigi, that son of a bitch. There's not going to be a Fallout 3 and yeah, you got to go in with a Fushigi. You're not going to get one soon. And no matter how much you bitch about it on social media, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, Clown Tickler 4823. That's just not going to happen in the next foreseeable year, no matter how much you bitch about it or tweet about it or Facebook post about it or Dear Willing make a YouTube video about it. He does not care. You do not affect his bottom line.
I am horrified at how that would feel.
You're still thinking of the Fushigi comment?
Just, it seems like an attack. That doesn't seem like something pleasurable. Like that seems like something you threaten someone with.
I mean, you've seen how many fucking stupid announcements we've got from Bethesda. You can't tell me that motherfucker don't have a shame kink.
Just fucking.
There's got to be a little bit of masochism in there.
Yeah, it's like a bad D&D spell. I cast Fushigi balls. What do you? Oh!
It reminds me of those videos. I cast testicular torsion. What's that? Oh!
Yeah, you know what I mean, dude. Like that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's horrifying. just.
Ooh, shit. You take that dragon down in one hit.
Take everybody down in one fucking hit.
I just imagine like being on the dragon. I cast a level 10 Fushigi and just spin. Well, no, it's a dragon, so you got like gotta have fucking weight behind it. So you just do like a human tornado kind of thing.
You forget the spell's scale, so that's horrifying.
Or just body. Fushigi. Whop.
You know, that's horrible. That's horrifying. I had points. Now it's all gone.
Just thinking about getting Fushigi. That's currently on your brain.
Such a threat.
I know. I see somebody make a joke about it, and I was like, God, if somebody actually threatened me to Fushigi, my boys, I would be so scared. Because that's like that one joke where it's like he started saying Kamehameha. I know we can't do it, but I don't want to test it.
You probably can't do it. I sure as fuck don't want to find out.
It's the same energy, unfortunately. Do you have points about Fallout in general that you want to, without thinking about getting fushigi'd?
Every time you say it, it just resets. Like, oh no. Okay, for those of us that have been in the Fallout community, I don't know, love, lore, whatever you want to call it, the show was incredible. And like Gibby said, they got more right than they did wrong. And I think that, and here's my big point. I believe that going forward, this should be the gold standard. Everything about almost everything about this show was made practically. They had real death claws made. They had real functioning power armor. They had dudes in the power armor. It wasn't a CG slop fest. They went out, they built these sets, they built they built the Lucky 38, they built the Fallout with the rolling doors, the Fallout, the vaults with the rolling doors. Thank you. They built, all
Rad
the
Scorpions.
all the suits were real. They were wearing them. The Pit Boys were real. Like they had like all of this shit. Yeah, the Rad Scorpion was a real prop on set. Like all of this should be the gold standard. And I believe that if you cannot meet that gold standard either in movie or in TV show form, you need to not do it. And that's what I believe. Because Fallout, the TV show has given has breathed a new life into the material, a whole new life into the material, more so than any game of the year, game of the decade, new DLC, new fucking offshoot, new bullshit, whatever. A TV show has breathed more life into this IP than all the efforts the studio has made in the last 15 years. And so
not capitalizing on it by doing a remaster.
A remaster or a remake or a reboot or some bullshit half-ass 0.5 sequel.
Anything.
So that's my hot take. That's my thought for the day. If you cannot measure up to this show in production and quality, don't do it.
You know, the guy who made the Borderlands movie heard they were making a Fallout show, and he's like, people are gonna forget about my stuff, and he's seen it. And he's like, ooh.
On a weird note, I heard about what happened to the Borderlands movie. I heard about like why it came out so fucking terrible. Besides switching directors midway, apparently the studio went in with a razor blade and cut that movie up so bad. Cut the script up, cut the movie up. Apparently there's like a 3-hour version of this movie.
Release a Snyder Cut.
Yeah, there's like a 3-hour version of this movie with so much more content, so much more of a coherent story. But the studio went in with a fucking X-Acto knife and just fucking filleted it.
I don't.
And
That's one thing I could stand on because I've said it like the Fallout show, and of course I had people say, "Oh, well, it's not like you've had one of your favorite IPs terrorized," and I was like, "I'm a Borderlands fan." Okay, I have it tattooed. I have the vault symbol tattooed on my hand. All right, you want to talk to me about getting an IP fucking ripped apart, spat on, and then try to get revived from the dead, only to get a corpse from it? You come talk to me, and then we'll have a conversation about your IP getting dragged through the mud.
Yeah, and fucking the reason I kind of believe that it was the studio that fucked Borderlands is because Eli Roth is not a bad director. Eli Roth is not a slum. He's not a schlemiel. In fact, if you've ever watched Inglourious Bastards and loved Pride of the Nation, those little clips that they showed of uh, Private Von Ziegler, who is shooting, who defends and kills all the people. Yeah, those little clips that they show of the movie and the Pride of the Nation, that was directed and made by Eli Roth.
So they fucked that. They fucked that hard. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Putting Kevin Hart as Roland was the first instance for me that the movie was going to be shit.
And I know, and here's the thing, I don't like Kevin Hart as it is, but I see that he did try at the very least in this role. Like he wasn't just but he wasn't just Kevin Hart. He tried. He gave it an honest try. But like I told Mustard at one point in time, there's only so much you can do with so much of a script. And especially if nobody's telling you what the fuck is going on, or you don't know what scenes are going to be, eventually, cut from the movie. You kind of have to go with a baseline.
I don't know. When you have a comedian play a guy that's very stoic, very rock faced, very stoic, very a part of the world, but he tries to not be a part of it as much as he can. And you have one of the first jokes that comes out of this movie. Oh, I seen my father sent his shortest guard.
Yeah.
Sure. As soon as I heard that joke, I was like, this is not going to be good. I sat through the whole thing. Remember last week when I said I'm going to sit through a movie, and if I sit through it and I feel like I've wasted my time, I'm going to be pissed?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Oh, yeah. So I hope Mustard is listening to it, too. This is one of those instances where I sat through the entirety of the movie from the first 10 seconds all the way down to the end credits. And I had to get up physically from my computer so I would not put a hole through my monitor. Oh, also, Death to Smoochie is a great movie, and Dead Man and his brother and his father are not wrong at laughing at that movie. And if you think he's morbid for that, then please go get some comedy in your life, because that shit was funny. It's a cock. It's a penis.
Willie the One-Eyed Wonder Weasel.
But next week we'll talk about that. Next week
we're going to talk black comedies next week. I got a couple more movies for you to watch so you can get a good baseline of black comedies.
Okay, send them my way. I loved it. I thought it was funny. I loved Robin Williams as a schizophrenic.
It was so fucking
good. Are you okay, sir? I don't know. I really can't put a gauge on it.
Oh yeah. Are you okay? I don't know. I'm kind of fucked up in general, so it's kind of hard to gauge.
I had to sit there and think who Smoochie was. I was like, where the fuck do I remember him from?
Ed Norton. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, that's Fight Club.
Yeah. That's the narrator from Fight Club. That's the Hulk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot.
He had a good movie. It was
he wasn't a terrible Hulk, but I've watched that movie when I was a little kid, and I have not watched it since. Yeah. I know its existence. I just haven't watched it. My brain's like, you don't remember this. This didn't happen. This was a fever dream.
Right. Next week, black comedies. Gibby's going to catch up on that one. And it's going to
gives me a chance to rewatch Monkey Bone. Yes.
Where I'll rewatch Monkey Bone too. It's been a very long time since I've seen it.
Yes. Love that fucking movie.
We're gonna be talking about some really good ones. 7 Psychopaths, 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag, Monkey Bone, Death to
what's
Smoochie.
That one where Seth Green, where he's got the bottle sticking out of his head the entire time?
That is not a black comedy. That's just a horror comedy. That is Idle Hands.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought that was a black comedy. Never mind.
No, it's Idle Hands.
Oh, okay. Still a good movie. If you haven't seen it.
It's
Green. Prime Seth Green. Not Seth. Is that Seth Green? No, that's
yeah.
Is that Seth Green? Am I getting the name right?
Yeah.
Who am I confusing him with then? Who's the Canadian? No, ain't no way I'm confusing those two motherfuckers.
Are you talking about?
That is Seth Green. Okay. No, it's the guy from Canada. He had a show back in the day on MTV where it was like Jackass, but it was just
him. Freddy Got Fingered. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah, the guy who was in Freddy Got Fingered.
Oh my god,
I get him and Seth Green confused all the time. But yeah,
never-
Idle Hands is prime Seth Green. Like if
Tom
you-
Green.
Tom Green. That's who it is. Yep. I get him and Tom Green confused all the time. But yeah, Idle Hands is one where it's prime Seth Green. Like it was peak 90s. We don't know what we don't know what to make a movie about in the 90s. So okay, who's got the dartboard? You do? All right, I got both eyes closed. You tell me if I'm close. Horror, okay. Do we want another genre?
Yes.
Yes,
Throw
okay.
Comedy.
Comedy. All right, I'm with it.
Who's our big celebrity cameo?
Get Tommy from accounting in here. Yeah, shit aim. I want to see what he can do with this one.
Dexter Holland from The Offspring.
Oh, no shit.
That wasn't even on our list. Where did you?
Oh, he wrote it in. Oh,
Yeah, well,
that makes sense. Why the rest of the
fuck it.
names look nice and the rest.
Yeah.
And that one looks like it was scribbled last minute.
Yeah. Start making phone calls.
That's how that movie was made.
That
And
was how that movie was fucking made.
and it's cheesy. Don't go into it expecting peak
A
cinema.
lot. Don't expect a lot. No.
Yeah, don't expect peak cinema. I'm gonna tell you this. This is coming from a guy who's in a legal state. Okay, take a couple before you watch the movie. Get some snacks. Get a couple drinks. Take a couple hits, and just enjoy it. Turn your brain off and just enjoy the movie for what it is. Cheesy '90s schlop.
If you want a drinking game of it, take a drink every time something's severely outdated.
No, please don't. You'll kill your liver.
Yes.
Don't do that with any 90s movie. Your liver will be gone by the first half hour. It's destroyed.
You'll be fine.
All right, we need to fuck off.
Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here. Next week, black comedies. Not Medea's, whatever the fuck those are called.
Oh, so not Soul Brother? No, Undercover Brother. There we go.
Also, no.
Well, you said black comedies, so I didn't know if
Good
we were
movie,
talking about
but no. I'm sorry, it's a good movie. I don't give a fuck.
Oh
what
no,
anybody says.
that is Eddie Murphy. It is funny. Not Eddie Murphy. No.
What? All right, we're
No,
out of here.
not Eddie Murphy.
No, it's not fucking Eddie Murphy.
No, it's not Eddie Murphy. What's that motherfucker's name? You do the sign off. Hold on. I'm gonna.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next week. Much love from Dead Man from Gibby, and we hope you enjoyed the show.
Do not stop this show until I find out who played this. You son of a bitch.